Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my updated team selection for Game Week 38 and the transfers that I'm thinking of making. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your Game Week 38 plans, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, let's go over how I finished a double Game Week 37. A very nice score of 144 points. Technically 140 though because of that -4 hit. A Game Week rank of 90,259. And we are now 674th in the world. We're in the top 1k. Last night fixtures really couldn't have gone better for me. So let's take a look at how the team did. So Petrovic picking up 3 points over the double Game Week. As I said in the team selection video, I wasn't expecting Chelsea to keep a clean sheet at Forest or Brighton. Brighton game last night, they probably should have really though. Until Reece James got sent off, they just dominated that fixture. So, yeah, really annoying to concede in the 98th minute because obviously the Petrovic points would have been nice. But it is what it is. It happens. Reece James obviously not available for Game Week 38. And then also apparently not going to be available for the start of the season as well, like the first couple of game weeks. So that's going to be really interesting. But either way, Petrovic got 3 points. Dan Burn got me 3 points as well. Didn't really do much. He was there just to kind of defend the rank. My transfers this week was, I think it was Shaw out for Dan Burn, and it was somebody else out as well for Romero. They got me a combined points of 5. So the hit obviously was -4. They got me 5. So I'm technically up 1 point from 4 fixtures, which is a bit mad to think about, but it is what it is. Gvardiol, the man, the myth, the legend, 27 points. Obviously went massive in that first fixture and then also kept a clean sheet at Spurs as well. So 27 points across the double game week. That is absolutely ridiculous. This man has really just blown my season out of proportion. Like, I cannot believe how good of a transfer this man has been. I can't even remember which week I brought him in, but yeah, 27 points, attacking returns all over the place. Absolute legend. And then Pedro Porro also picking up 10 points as well. Again, that was mainly from the first fixture. Obviously at City, didn't really do anything. So all in all, the defense, can't really be too mad about it at all. And then Son picking up 4 points. Foden picking up 11 points. Palmer picking up 16 points. Gordon picking up 8 points, who is now flagged, but should be okay. Like, he did have that ankle injury, but he played on throughout like the majority of the game. So I'm not really worried too much about that. We should be getting early team news regardless. So we'll hopefully find out if he starts anyway. But yeah, I'm not really too worried about that. And then Garnacho picking up 4 points. Really, it's just really annoying because he definitely could have got some sort of return over those 2 fixtures. The other thing is Bruno Fernandes only outscored him by 1 point. So, you know, originally I was probably going to take like a hit for him, you know, if I didn't have to sort out my defenders. So, yeah, Garnacho only losing by 1 point to Bruno Fernandes is not the worst thing in the world. And then up top, Isak picking up 4 points, so 2 blanks for him, which I'm actually happy about because he would have actually hurt my rank if he got anything. And then Haaland picking up 30 points, scoring twice against Spurs. Don't mind that at all. I think his expected ownership was like 195% though, so it hardly changed my rank, him doing well. And then the bench, a success in my opinion. As I always say, I think if your bench boost scores over 15 points, it's not too bad. You know, it's a pretty successful bench boost. And mine scored I think 20, 15, 21, 26. So can't really be too mad at that at all. Anana picking up 5 points. Majority of them coming from save points though. Solanke scoring 6. Only got outscored by Jackson by 1 point as well. So I was really happy about that. He did obviously score last night, but it was offside or did something in the build-up. Gusto, this is the first week where, and I think we all deserve this. I think everybody that brought him on the Game Week 30 wildcard absolutely deserve this, because look what we've had to put with since then. 1 point against Burnley, nothing against United, nothing against Sheffield United, 6 against Everton, nothing against Arsenal, nothing against Villa, nothing against Spurs, 1 point against West Ham, and 1 point against Forest. A big haul is deserved. I know people are going to be like, oh, you were so lucky that he got subbed off before they conceded and stuff like that. But I think if you look at his past scores, I think it's well deserved, 100%. Like, I don't feel bad at all for that. Yeah, obviously it was a little bit lucky, but at the same time, been so unlucky since Game Week 30 as well. Like, he's got a combined, what, 1, 7, 8, 9 points in 7 game weeks, and then obviously comes out with a big 12 bomb in Game Week 30, Game Week 37. So yeah, I don't feel bad at all. I definitely think we deserve it because of the pain and torture that he's put us through over the last few weeks. And then Romero, like I say, picking up 2 points as well. So yeah, all in all, not bad. It could have been a lot worse because I would have transferred, because obviously I took a -4 this week. But then there was also thinking about potentially getting rid of Solanke and Gusto for Jackson and like a Ben White or a Gabriel. Now, Ben White and Gabriel together got something like 14 points, 13 points, whereas Gusto and Solanke got 19, and I would have taken a -8 to bring Jackson and White in. So very, very happy I didn't do that. So all in all, the injuries that we had to like Shaw and stuff like that actually kind of helped me out in the long run because I kept these players that I would have been getting rid of. So yeah, sometimes an injury isn't the worst thing in the world, and that definitely kind of is showcased here because, as I say, I wouldn't have owned Gusto and Solanke for that. But I wasn't even expecting Gusto to start, really. And also, he went down at half-time with a knee injury. I was like, oh, here we go. This is just going to happen again. But then came out second half, and I was like, okay, that's a bit surprising. Got the assist, and then got subbed for Reece James. So, yeah, honestly, could not have gone better. Anyway, though, let's move on to the team selection for Game Week 38. So, as I say, because we are now in the top 1K, I need to play a little bit more safe, I think, just so we don't lose that top 1K spot. My highest ever finish is ranked 741, and we're currently beating that. I just want to beat. I want to beat that. I want to get a highest new overall rank of my career, and 741 is to beat. So we've got what 40, 30 points ahead of that at the moment. So we need to keep that going and get some nice points here. But also, because of like the Reece James red card and stuff, it is sort of changing my transfer plans and everything. But either way, in goal we've got Petrovic, who's got Bournemouth at home, Gusto, who's got Bournemouth at home, Gvardiol, who's got West Ham at home, Pedro Porro, who's got Sheffield United away, Son, who's got Sheffield United away, Foden with West Ham at home, Palmer with Bournemouth at home, Gordon with Brentford away, Garnacho with Brighton away, Isak with Brentford away, and then Haaland with West Ham at home. And then on the bench, we have Onana, who's got Brighton away, Solanke with Chelsea away, Romero with Sheffield United away, and then Burn with Brentford away as well. So, as you can see, the bench is relatively strong, to be fair. It's not a bad bench at all. Now, obviously, with all of these games kicking off at the exact same time, we should be getting a lot of early team news. So, I can't really say exactly what my transfers are going to be right now because I'm not doing like a deadline stream. So I'll obviously have to react if there's news. Like if somebody like Foden gets benched, then obviously I'll have to react to that. And I won't know about that until the deadline. So I can talk about what transfers I'm going to be making as long as everybody that I think starts does start. But if something happens, like a big player that I own turns out to be benched, then obviously I'll have to sort that out instead. So if everyone's fine and going to be starting, then I'll go over the transfers that I will be making. But if not, then obviously you'll know that I'll have to make other changes and stuff. But obviously with the Reece James red card, I'm more confident just playing Gusto now, who's got Bournemouth at home. And, you know, Spurs don't really have anything to play for now. You know, now they lost against City, Villa are Champions League, and that's kind of it. Whereas Chelsea, I think Chelsea have to get like a point, and then they've got like, is it European football or Conference League or something like that? But yeah, they do still have something to play for, which is why I'm expecting them to still play a strong 11. And with Gusto, because of that Reece James red card, I think he's more than okay to start that fixture. And again, it's a nice fixture. And also, Chelsea, they're in a bit of form at the moment. So I'm absolutely fine playing that. And again, we'll get early team news about it, but yeah, I just don't. I'm not a massive fan of playing double Spurs defense. I could do who have got Sheffield United away. It's not a bad fixture at all. But because both of those teams have nothing to play for, it might be a little bit of a snooze fest. It might even finish 0-0. You don't know. But yeah, I'm just going to go with Gusto over Romero just because of the attacking threat and because Chelsea have something to play for. But let's talk about transfers, though. As I said, I've got 5.4 mil in the bank and I've got one free transfer. Gordon being flagged, again, I'm not too worried about that because obviously he played like the majority of the game after that ankle injury, so I'm not too worried. But with the back line now, like obviously I don't own any Arsenal defense, which I think is the thing that could really hurt my season, but I'd have to take a hit to bring one of them in. I don't have to. I could just play a 4-4-2, and that is something I could still technically do. I could get rid of a Dan Burn for a Gabriel just for a safety transfer, and then just play a 4-4-2 and play Gabriel, Gusto, Gvardiol, Pedro Porro, Son, Foden, Palmer, Gordon, and then Isak and Haaland up top. But for the last day, I just really want to make a midfielder transfer, and I just think that Havertz is just such a much better option. Like, I could bring Havertz and Gabriel in for a -4, but I'm not a massive fan of taking a -4 on the final day, because a -4, if it doesn't get repaid straight away, you usually got a lifeline, you got a few fixtures after that to see if it does get repaid. On the final day, that's not the case. You know, they have one game to do something, and I just don't know if it's really worth the -4. So I did say in the video, that the recent video, that obviously if I was chasing, I'd go for Havertz. If I was defending, I would go for Gabriel. So I'm more inclined to just do that and just play a 4-4-2 and just play Gabriel instead, because that's the biggest hole in my team. Like, I don't have an Arsenal defender, and I think not having that would generally really hurt my rank. And even though I would love to own Havertz, you know, Everton aren't a bad defense, so I don't think I'll take a -4. So it's literally between Gabriel and Havertz, which I think I'm more inclined to go for Gabriel now because I am in the top 1k. Obviously, that is if everything else is fine. You know, if it turns out Gordon is injured, then obviously I'll have to transfer him out. If it turns out someone's benched, like if Son's benched or something, the worst case scenario, I can just play double Spurs defense and play 5 at the back. But 5 at the back is just so ugh, especially with how bad clean sheets have been this season. So I think, yeah, I think it'll be Gabriel in, Burn out, play 4-4-2. But if anybody else is out, like if any of my midfielders are out, I'll just go down to a Havertz. I could go Saka if I wanted to, but because of that flagged injury, I don't think it's a necessity. And I don't mind Havertz over Saka because Havertz has been really good lately. So yeah, I think that's the plan. That'll be the plan for game week 38 in the final. That'll be the final team selection of the year. Obviously, we'll do the final team selection. We'll probably do that on Saturday. And then, yeah, we'll do, obviously, all the fixtures will take place on Sunday. And then we'll do a end of kind of season video on the Monday, going over what my final rank is and stuff. And then that'll be it. That'll be it for FPL 2023-24. But that's going to be everything for the updated team selection. Again, if we get any news midweek or anything, then obviously I can use that on Saturday. But as of right now, this is what the team is going to be. So it's going to be Gabriel, Gusto, Gvardiol, Porro at the back, and then, yeah, the midfield 4 of Son, Foden, Palmer, and Gordon, and then Isak and Haaland up top. But, yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell, and until next time, peace.